Hey guys, welcome back to Makeup by Courtney. This is Courtney. You can call me Court for short. And this episode, we are going to be getting into this glow, y'all, okay? Some of my clients and my celebrity clients especially all come to me for this look right here. So what I'm going to show you today is how to do this and also some highlight and contour do's and don'ts, okay? So let's get started. First, start off with a primed face, guys. Next up is going to be to apply foundation. I'm using these foundations by Range Beauty. My skin tone is a little wonky. It's kind of olive, but also warm. It's really weird and really hard to find one foundation color that matches my skin. I know a lot of women of color have that issue. I'm going to mix those two together, that kind of olive tinted one and that super warm one, because going either way will make me look crazy, but both of them is the perfect combination. I'm going to stipple that all over my face. Don't be discouraged if your foundation color that matches your neck on your jawline is a little darker as you come to the inside of your face, because your face is always naturally lighter. Next up, concealer. I'm using my NARS Creamy Concealer. It's my favorite. You want to go from the inside of your eye down to where your nostril ends and then up right to where your eye line goes to. That's where your triangle is going to be. It's different for everyone's shape. Everyone's cheekbones are different. There's this notion that you have to highlight cheeks, up your nose, on your forehead, above your mouth, and on your chin. That's just absolutely wrong. You highlight wherever is necessary for your face. For me, I have a very small amount of space between my nose and my mouth, so I want to highlight that area. Now, if you have more space here, you might not necessarily need to highlight that because God already did it for you. You want your concealer to be 2 to 3 shades lighter than your skin. 3 shades lighter in the inner corner for brightness. And then the one that's about 2 shades lighter is gonna go right at the edges of your triangle. It's just so that it can blend easier with your foundation color. It helps with creasing. Under the eye, you get very minimal creasing if you're wearing makeup all day long. But if you do let this sit too long before you blend it, it can be a little harder to blend out. I advise you highlighting and blending with this specific concealer in steps, which is why I'm doing under my eyes first, then I'll move to my nose and forehead, and then I'll move to my chin. I'm gonna move to my nose, so I'm gonna use the shade that is only about 2 shades lighter than my actual skin tone. If you take your lines to where you want your highlight to stop, you don't have anywhere to blend it. Now I'm gonna use my sponge again. Stipple, it's my favorite word. Highlighted, blended. I really like to play up my mouth because it's like the same color as the rest of my face. And I'm actually going to highlight my mouth like you do with eyebrows. This kind of like really pops out the actual shape of my mouth. And it helps with your cheekbones too when you get into the contour. I have all this color on my sponge left, so I'm gonna use that and just blend it out. So what this does is it creates some contrast. I'm gonna use this Smooth Out Translucent Setting Powder. This one's by Range Beauty. And what I'm gonna do is use my beauty blender again, and I'm going to press that into my skin. And it gives you a super subtle set. It doesn't make it look very powdery. It just secures that foundation or concealer, whatever you have that's wet that you apply to your face, it just seals it on without making it look so cakey. I know people are familiar with this called baking, but it's just what I do to intensify my highlight right here. And I also get extra shiny right in here. And I know that can look natural, but I like to set my makeup with like a dewy setting spray. So I'd rather this part of my face just be very matte. And this is Binge Banana Powder. For deeper skin tones, they have one called Topaz that I really like. And then for fairer, they have Pretty in Pink. It's more of a light with like a pinky tone to it. Next, I'm going to contour. I actually just got this for another episode that we filmed, but I really like it. Using a tapered contour brush, I'm going to sweep under my cheekbone, starting from my hairline. We can make the kissy face, the fishy face, but it's just right underneath. You're gonna make that line. Now you have that. What we're gonna do is blend upwards. We're gonna blend up into our cheekbone. So we're creating a gradient right now. I'm gonna take this into my hairline and just blend this into where my highlight is. And then I'm going to take it right from up under my ear, underneath my jawbone. We're gonna go in with our beauty blender again, and we're going to make that transition a little more seamless. I have such little tiny cheekbones, my contour can get carried away really fast. We've added definition to our face, the most important part of my makeup. I'm going to apply blush. I'm gonna apply Fenty Killawatt blush, Ginger Binge, and Moscow Mule. So it's a duo, but I mix both of them together. I just want a really nice, shimmery, like, touch of pink. It's a super pinky color. Smile. I always tell my clients to smile. And I get right on the apple of my cheekbone and I sweep that up to my hairline, and then I come up right above my brow as well. When the light hits you here, it also hits you here. So you just want that nice, even kind of shimmer. When you flush on your cheeks, obviously, but you also flush on your temples. I'm gonna use my Bobbi Brown Sunset Glow highlighter. It's a pink rose gold. So I'm just gonna sweep it right over the apple of my cheek and right above my cupid's bow and right on the bridge of my nose. Next up is gonna be our brows. So I like to keep this very nice and simple. I do a very natural brow, but you always want your eyebrows to look good. Eyebrows are the focal part of your face, you know? They show emotion. Just carve up right underneath my brow, just to clean up the shape. I'm gonna take that lighter color towards the outside, the darker color, the one that matches my skin tone a little bit more, towards the inside. This next step, I'm just gonna take a blending brush, a crease brush, and dip it into my contour powder. Then I'm going to come right into my crease and just do windshield wiper motion. And I like to connect that to the bridge of my nose, so then that becomes my contour. Because I have a very heavy brow, this shading technique, which is all contour, even eyeshadow, tends to look like it lifts my eyebrow up. Next, take this Range Beauty. It's a dual eyeshadow and highlight. It's called Sun Kissed. And I'm going to tap that on my lid very carefully. Pigments can make a mess, guys, so be careful with this. Because what I don't like is glitter all over my face. But I do like it on my eyes and my cheeks. I'm gonna blend out my crease one more time. Next, I'm just gonna take a liquid eyeliner right on my lash line. I'm like literally not even creating an eyeline. I just wanna thicken the look of my lash line. So the next step would be to put mascara on, but I'm just gonna do it on my bottom lashes to give that a little depth, because you would not imagine how much difference it makes when you have mascara on the bottom versus when you don't. You just need to make it look like they're there, like, hi, I'm here too. Now it's time to sweep off our excess powder. We're gonna do our lips. It's Brown Cafe Mix. Then I'm gonna use my fingers to blend. This is what it should look like. I'm just going to add my Becca Glow Gloss. And I'm just gonna apply that. Now, all you have to do is set. And I'm gonna spray that all over my face. So this is gonna give you a nice, natural glow. And I'm just gonna press this into my skin with my beauty blender and really pop out that highlight on my cheek. There you have it. On the next episode, find out how to color correct your dark spots and even out your skin tone. I'll share some tips that worked for me as well. See you soon.